Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking to you about some drugstore powder, foundations, blushes, highlights, and finishing powders that I absolutely love. They're super affordable and I use them every day in my makeup routine. They look so nice on the skin and they're just so easy. Personally, I'm really lazy and don't really want to reach for a liquid foundation all the time because it's really time consuming, and sometimes I just like the look of a powder on my face better. Just really evens out the skin tone really nicely and just makes everything look really flawless. So let's get started. I tend to have really dry skin, especially in the wintertime. In the summer it's more normal, but when I'm looking for a product at the drugstore, I don't want it to clog my pores and make me break out or cling to my dry patches or over dry my skin and just make it look dull and gross. So these products that I'm about to talk about really work great. I swear by them and I use them almost every day. So the first product that I have to show you that I have rebought so many times is by L'Oreal, and it's the Infallible Pro Matte 16-Hour Wear Matte Finish Powder Foundation. I actually have 3 of them, all in different shades. I have 400 True Beige, 500 Sun Beige, and 600 Golden Beige, depending on what time of year it is and how tan I am and all of that stuff. So I really love this product. It's so matte, it's so silky on the skin. I really like to use it more in the summertime when my skin may be a little bit more oily and I'm outside in the hot sun and I'm sweating. It does not budge and it doesn't make you shiny. It wears so well. It retails for about $12.99. There are 8 shades. It's a light to medium coverage. It's definitely buildable, but it won't make your skin look cakey and make you look like you're wearing anything. So it's awesome. Like, go out and buy it. It's amazing. I mean, I've hit pan on all 3. I have to go repurchase it, but I will buy this religiously because it's like my go-to powder. It doesn't cling to any of my dry patches, and it really is just so silky and smooth, and I love it. I have also tried the liquid foundation by them that I really like, and it's this one. I have the shade 109 Classic Tan. I really like this. I haven't used it in a long time just because I'm really pale right now, but sometimes I feel like that is like overly matte and actually like makes my skin look more dry, where this like will still make your skin feel very hydrated, and it's awesome. So go out and buy it. The next product that I want to share with you guys is the NYX Hydra Touch Powder Foundation. This is what I've been using more lately just because I picked it up and I've been trying it out and I absolutely love it. And it just comes in this compact pressed powder. I have the color 6 Tan. It retails for $10. There's 20 shades, but when I went to the drugstore, I only saw like 6 shades, and to try to find the right color was kind of difficult, so I did some swatching and I thought this color was going to be way too dark, but thankfully it works out great. It's matte and it has a silky finish. It's very much like this one, except for I think this one might be just a little bit more long wearing. It's definitely buildable, doesn't make your skin look cakey, and it just sits on the skin so nicely. I'm wearing it today just like a very light layer, so you can see that it doesn't completely cover all my blemishes and everything, but it just evens out the skin tone. But I have used this and layered it up and it looks flawless. It's awesome. What I think is really cool about this product is that it says it's a 2-way cake powder, so it can be used wet or dry. So I haven't used it wet just because, I don't know, that scares me when you're thinking about like wetting like a powder. I don't know. So I just use it as a powder and it works great for me. It doesn't clog your pores. They also have another very similar product to this, and it's called the Stay Matte But Not Flat Powder Foundation. It's basically like looks almost identical That has 30 shades and it's a matte finish. I got the Hydra Touch because I normally have dry skin, so I figured that this wouldn't overly dry out my skin, and it doesn't. So definitely, if you're looking for just a really great affordable $10 powder from the drugstore, definitely go pick this up. So the next product that I want to show you guys is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. It comes in like this square little jar thing, which I think is really cool. It is like a loose powder, obviously, so like a little goes a long way, so it can get messy, but just kind of like dip your brush in and tap it off, and you can apply it to your face. So it is a loose finishing powder, so I will use it over, you know, one of these guys, and it doesn't make my face look cakey at all, and it just helps really lock in the layer beneath and just kind of smooth everything out even more. Sometimes I will just use this as a foundation on its own, and I think it works great. It's way more sheer coverage, but sometimes just to kind of like give my face a little color, this does the trick. I have the shade 30 in medium deep. There are 8 shades total, and it retails for about $7.99. It's just super silky, and I think it's just like a great add-in to your makeup routine. Next up for you guys, I have 2 really great highlighters. I have the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Powder Glow Illuminator Blush and Highlight, and I have the e.l.f. Shimmer Highlighting Powder. So let's talk about this one first. And the packaging is just beautiful, first of all. I have the shade in Golden. There's 3 total. There's Golden, there's Rose, and then there's Ice. So depending on your skin tone and undertones and all that, you can choose that accordingly, but I think they're all really beautiful. Personally, I wouldn't use this as a blush just because it is like really shimmery, and I tend to like more of like a matte kind of blush, but this is so nice. It's $12.99, and it just really looks really beautiful on the skin. I do really like that there's 4 different kind of shades inside, so you can kind of pick what you want to use, or you can just kind of mesh them all together like I do, and you get a beautiful look. It's really velvety and smooth and blendable, and it's very lightweight, and the only thing is that I feel like it wears off a little bit easily. Like, I don't know like what happens, if it's like just my skin that like just like soaks it up, but it's not that long wearing, but it definitely gives you like a beautiful radiant glow, and you can really build it up, and just it's so pretty. So the other one that I think I reach for more is from e.l.f., and it's the Shimmer Highlighting Powder. It's for $6. Like, you can't beat that. And there's 7 shades. I have the shade Starlight Glow, and it's so beautiful. It really has a beautiful radiant finish to it, and it's very smooth, it's very blendable. It's a little bit more powdery, and same with this one, than some like higher end highlighters that I have tried, but it's not crazy bad. You don't get a lot of fallout. It's just a little bit more powdery, which, I mean, you're paying $6, so I can't hate it, but it's so beautiful. This one's a little bit more goldy tones, and I just love it. e.l.f. also has baked highlighters that I've tried, and those are really nice too, but I think I just really like the color of this one, and just this is like my go-to right now. Okay, on to blush. So I don't use blush that often because I feel like I look like a clown a lot of the time, or just like all the different kinds that I've tried, like they just don't look right on my skin tone, or like they don't blend right, they're really chalky or whatever. So I picked up the Milani powder blush, and this packaging is beautiful. I love that it looks like a rose. I have the color 5 Coral Cove. There are 4 shades total, and it retails for $9. So this is like a beautiful matte, silky, blendable, like you don't get too much color if you don't want to, but it's definitely buildable, and it just looks so beautiful on the skin. It's awesome. Like, it is so like velvety. Like, the only thing is like I kind of have a hard time opening it. That's just me though. It's just so smooth, and really you can just really blend it really nicely, and you don't get the super pink tone like this. It's just really like a nice flush of color, like, hey, you're awake. So definitely try this out. There are a bunch of different shades. I think this color just personally works with my skin tone the best. And finally, for you guys, I have 2 finishing powders that I swear by. I use them every day. They are awesome. So before I started using this Neutrogena Shine Control powder, I had been using like the e.l.f. one, and it just like wasn't that great. It didn't do its job very well, but I mean, it was cheap. So this one from Neutrogena is $12.99. It's super lightweight. It helps control shine up to 8 hours, and it's usually for like oily skin, but I have dry skin. It's a matte finish. It doesn't clog my pores or like make my skin like overly dry. I have hit pan like really bad in this, but it's just like a white powder, and it just works really well. Like, I like to set it under like my eyes after I put like eyeliner on or whatever. I'll put it all over my face. This is just like my go-to like holy grail. Like, I'll always go back to this powder. And the one that I've been using more often lately, because I picked it up and I wanted to try it, is the NYX. So the one that I've been using more recently is the NYX HD Finishing Powder, and I have this in Banana. They have 2 other shades, Translucent and Mint Green. So, I mean, I know that you're supposed to use like a banana powder to like bake your face and all that stuff, but I think it works just as good when you just kind of fluff it all over your face with like a big like brush like this, and it really just helps like set all of your makeup really well. Like, you don't get like the yellow like finish or anything. It's basically like comes out translucent. So I've been reaching for this a lot more often lately, just because I've been wanting to try it out and see how it works and wears, and definitely I think this one is just as good as this one right here. Maybe this one might be a little bit more matte, and so it will kind of wear longer. This one is $10, and it's just so silky and lightweight, and I love this. I've been reaching for it all the time. It's really good just to kind of like blot throughout the day for touch-ups and all that stuff. So I hope that this video was helpful for you guys if you're looking for a really affordable, great product from the drugstore, whether it be any of the products that I talked about. Please let me know what you think, and if you have any suggestions for me and new products to try out, I would love to hear it. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel.